This video is brought to you by the 3-Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou, and welcome to Raising Robots in about 3 minutes. A review copy and deluxe edition used. It has a solo mode. It's a game for 1 to 6 players, playing time is medium, and it's a pretty complex game. You are an inventor trying to design the most interesting, useful, and adorable robots possible. Can you be the most successful inventor of all? The game lasts for 8 full rounds tracked using this marker. The winner is the player with the most points at the end of the game, and you get points from lots of places. Just watch for the pink stars. Action selection. Each round the players will pick which phases will take place. Engine building. Playing cards that work well together is the key to winning. Variable player powers. You can play with different inventors with different powers. Player turn. The game has 4 core resource types. If you go above 10, flip the token over. Duct tape is a wild resource, and batteries something else. All these things and victory points are tracked up here. Each player has 8 power cards and shuffles them and draws 2. You'll then assign a phase card to each of them. All players do this in secret and then reveal. For each card with a yellow cube matching that space, place 1 cube in the central area. Note that no one assigned fabricate, so that phase will not happen this round. In each action phase, you will get the power shown on your card, plus a power for each yellow cube, unless you played a card like this, which gives you 2 power per yellow cube. Let's resolve these phases one at a time. The amount of power you have in each phase determines what you can do. We have 8 power during upgrade, and can split that to take 2 actions. We spend the resources or cards shown here to remove 1 upgrade marker from the board. This one lets us pick one of these 3 options, while this one will give us more power during recycle. We can save these markers for later, or place them down immediately. We place them on these 2 robot cards. Assemble is how we build robots. We only have 1 power in this phase, so spend a battery to make it 2 power. Robots have a build cost shown in their top left, and more power makes them cheaper to build. We spend the resources on the track above, plus an extra one to place on this slot as shown at its top. If we had more power, we could design more robots. It is now the design phase, and we get 1 power because of this upgrade here. This lets us trigger the 1 power ability, but nothing below it. We then check our robots. Breaker needs 4 or 6 power to work, so we go to the newly built blockbuster. It has no upgrade, so we can only choose the top row action, which is to discard a robot card and gain 2 gears. There is no fabricate phase, but it works just like design and recycle. Recycle is next, and we have a whopping 7 power, so we can do all 3 steps listed on the recycle card. And because all 3 of our robots are upgraded, we can take all 3 actions in sequence. This makes us a lot of points and resources. At the end of the round, put your used power cards in the discard and draw 2 more. After the 4th round, pick up that discard and shuffle them again. This mid-phase also lets you get a goal card. Goals score victory points for you, and can be upgraded with an upgrade token too. Why would you like this game? Raising Robots is a delightful looking game that takes a lot of mechanisms from other popular titles and crashes them together to make its own thing. And while you can clearly see the sources that inspire the game, such as Wingspan and Race for the Galaxy, Raising Robots manages to do enough to make it feel like its own game. Which is great, because the publishers made a real effort to make the game look as good as it possibly could. But as always, gameplay is key, and that's the standout here. The energy allocation, upgrades, and robot actions all combine to make a game where you are chaining together move after move, and that is super satisfying. As a result, it's quite meaty and thinky experience, and it has a high skill ceiling. Definitely for more serious gamers out there, despite how it looks. The best thing about this game is the robot art. My goodness, they're just a delight. However, after the energy allocation phase is over, there is no player interaction. Everyone does their own thing on their own boards. As a result, the game atmosphere is mostly people muttering numbers aloud. This does mean it works equally well at all player counts though. We've also reviewed Wingspan and its official sequel Wormspan, and for something more complex, check out Inventors of the South Tigris. Raising Robots, more like Wingnut. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.